हेलो बेटा, कैसे हो आप सब? Now you see that one more in continuation of that we have done in previous session. What we have done? Inheritance of two genes. In that we have seen round. We have taken round and yellow and wrinkled and green. These two traits we have taken, means those two genes, or those two factors. According to Mendel, two factors we have taken, and then how they are inheriting in the next generation. So what we have got in that we have seen, I have told in that Punnett square, we have seen the phenotype of, there we have got four phenotypes are there. One is round and yellow, second one round and green, third this one yellow and wrinkled, and last one wrinkled and green. Means these four types of, means one this one. Now these are total we have got nine. Then we have got wrinkled and then green and wrinkled. What? Sorry, 1 minute. Yes, this one like this. Now this one green and wrinkled. What we have written here? Just again we will write here. We have got here one, we have got round and yellow. Okay, we have to write here this one. Again I am writing here. All these are phenotype. We have got four phenotypes. We have got here. First one we have got round and yellow. Okay, first one. With that seeds are dominant traits, round and yellow. Now then second one we have got round and green. Okay. Now third trait we have got, that is wrinkled and yellow. Means here we have got four, they are wrinkled and yellow, and last one is that wrinkled and green. These four types of traits of phenotype we have seen in that inheritance of two genes or two traits. The ratio what we have got here, total 9 numbers are round and yellow. Means 9 are those which are round and yellow. Second one we have seen round and green, that will be 3. Now then third one wrinkled and yellow, that will be 3. And last one only 1. So what we have what ratio we have got? Phenotypic 9:3:1, and these are the phenotype externally, means that is the external appearance. What type? Round and yellow. They are seen as round and yellow, round and green, wrinkled and yellow, or wrinkled and green. Okay, these are total, that will be recessive trait, and that will be dominant trait. Here what we will see that, means third law, as we the first we have dominance, law of dominance we have seen. Now then that will be law of independent assortment. Independent assortment, they are moving independently. Assortment separated, means they separate independently, where we have seen in this same cross which we have done earlier. Now that will be, we have taken round and yellow. We have taken there. Now then we have taken next one wrinkled and green. These two we have taken. So what will happen here, means how they are assorting, how they are separating. You see then what gametes we have got, this one and this one, we have got one independently assort. Second one we have got here R and Y. Second gamete we are getting, means this and this and this. And here we have to be saying like this and like this. Means that is all these, means here in this gamete we have seen round trait is also there and yellow trait is also there. In that you see that wrinkled trait is also there, and this one green trait is also there. Maybe sometime that they will be heterozygous, as we have seen in F2 generation. Now then here, suppose that will be in that way. Independent assortment means how the gametes are separated. Means here, suppose that will be, we have got like this. It will be again that how the gametes are forming. Means independent, that will be combination of this one, then combination of this one also, and combination of this one also. Okay, right, and that can combination of this one also means they are moving and separating assorting independently means that is a law of independent assortment what Mendel had told, right? That will be shown by the dihybrid cross which we have done. This one when we are taking two traits, then in dihybrid cross. Okay, if you have done in previous session, you can see that these are in your Punnett square. What you have done yesterday, I told about that you will also draw that Punnett square and make a that whatever the phenotype you can make. Just you see that you are getting the such type of ratio in that. Okay, so now this is in the law of independent assortment. Now the next topic in this chapter, that will be chromosomal theory of inheritance. Very important questions are always that questions are for 1 marks, for 2 marks, for 3 marks, always in board exam. So now that will be chromosomal theory of inheritance. What is it? Right? First we will talk about the Mendel. As you know, Mendel had done his work of whatever he had done in 1865. Means in 1865 he had done his work, completed his work, and that he had given all those Mendel's law, whatever the laws they had given, observations, ratios, whatever in 1865. But in previous classes I also told that his work was not recognized by those or then scientists, those who were present at that existing. Means they were not accepting whatever Mendel had told. So there are few reasons are there. First reason is there, that is in given in a book also. The question will be there. Why it is not regarded? Mendel's work not recognized. These are the 4 reasons are given in your book. 4 or 5 reasons are given, not recognized. Why? So that is the first reason is there. That will be lack of communication. As you know, as nowadays anything is very fast, it will be spreading in the society. Means you know that is social media is there. Means there are a number of as today. What means of communication there? At the time those were not present. So what will happen there? His work was not publicized, because no one is there to spread it. Only some group of people they are knowing about that. They were knowing about what they had done. So now then, it means the first lack of communication. So his work was not publicized. Second reason is there. He had told about the factors. Right? Factors nowadays, those factors are known as genes. But that time, because no invention of nucleus, chromosome, DNA, microscope, nothing. So then nobody is ready to say that. Why he had told factors are discrete unit for inheritance or for transfer factors, because they are controlling traits which Mendel had told. But he had told that if my factors are controlling but no blending, he had also told no blending is there. As we have seen, means those factor states are separately, they are independently, they are sorting. So now then, means no blending is there, but that time people or scientists, they had seen that number of variations in surroundings, which Mendel had done only pea plant. So he had given his observation only for pea plant. But yes, we have told about the incomplete dominance. Incomplete dominance, snapdragon flower is there. In that, pink color is there because it is not matching with the parents. So now then, that means that because of those variations, again the scientists were against of that what he had told. Third reason what he had told, that he had not any physical evidence for these factors. No physical evidence for factors. Means as today we know about nucleus, we know about chromosomes, but at the time nothing is there. So then he can't tell about that. Only he was telling according to his observation, what he had seen, he had told. So now that is one more reason is there. His work is not publicized or recognized. Now the next region, one more region is there. That one again mathematics. He was mathematicians. So in mathematical, his mathematical approach did not digested by those biologists, because they were telling in biological observation how mathematics can be used. So now again that will be nobody is taking care about, was taking care about that, what he had done. So now then these are the few regions which are given in your book also. Now because of these regions his work was not recognized. Later on, then in 1900, after 1865 he had done, in that 1900, then invention of microscope, electronic microscope there. Now then in that they had studied about the nucleus, then chromosomes. Means at the time after in 1900 they know about the microscope, chromosomes, microscope. Because of microscope then they know nucleus. In nucleus they have seen chromosome, and in chromosome they have seen gene. Okay, so now then he had seen something is there, that thread-like structure about chromosome which was changed. Maybe sometimes they are becoming doubled, or sometimes they are becoming half at the time of cell division. Means what type of cell division? Sometimes, as you know, equational division is there, that the chromosome number double and that they will just separating. So equational division is there, or mitosis you can say, and now the chromosome number becoming half. As the gamete formation, meiosis will take place, then chromosome number become. So he had seen in the, because of microscope, they knew about nucleus, they knew about, those scientists, they knew about that chromosome. Teschmark scientists were there, Hugo de Vries is there, those have done work this one. After that, the two scientists were there, those were independent, they are coming from the different region. One I think was from Germany, other one from British I think. Now these two scientists, what they had done, means here they recognized that, they matched that theory of that, what Mendel had told, that is exactly right when we talk about gene. Now then, those are Sutton, Walter Sutton, and second one, that is Theodore, it's very important beta, Theodore Boveri. These two scientists were there. Now then he had done in grasshopper, he had studied, observed in grasshopper. Okay. Now then Boveri had done in embryonic development. And those had given, both had given the same conclusions, means about chromosomes carrying genes. Now genes are transferring from one generation to another generation carrying the characters. So now then, and both they had told, but then after that, both theory, whatever the observation, they combine together. Then they put the theory of chromosomal theory of inheritance. What theory was given by Walter Sutton and Theodore Boveri. He had studied, he observed in grasshopper, he had observed in embryonic development, but here the nature of chromosomes is the same in that whether in grasshopper or in embryonic development, in any embryos of that. So now then they had to put a theory. That theory is called chromosomal theory of inheritance, where they have told chromosomes are transferring from one generation to another generation, and then because of that the traits, characters are occurred, because Mendel had told characters, Mendel had told factors, now we are calling it. So now then what is that? The difference between, we will see that here, what is the difference between these two? Mendel's theory of inheritance or these theory of inheritance, which is called chromosomal theory. We will see both are same, only word is changed, and now exactly both are same what Mendel had told. After that he had told yes, then they recognize that whatever Mendel had told, it is 100% correct, right? So now then what he had told, you see that we will mark it, one Mendel and then second is one Sutton and Boveri. What both had told, we will like this, okay? Now here we will write a Mendel. What Mendel had told, here Sutton and Boveri. Are you getting till now, beta? First of all, we will have seen the inheritance of two genes, then in law of independent assortment, then why Mendel's law was not recognized at the time? Why it will just taking a number of means, 1865 he has published his book, his observations, but 1900, after 1900 it will come into existence. What he had told, then Miss Mendel's work was recognized after 1900. Now only it depends on the invention of microscope, chromosome, nucleus, and then. So what they had told here, as Mendel had told, factors are factors carrying alleles. Factors carrying alleles for traits, now, or you can say carrying traits, alleles impaired, right? Impaired. Okay, this one told by Mendel. Now what he had told then? They have told chromosomes carrying genes. Chromosomes carrying genes are impaired. As you know that chromosomes are impaired, right? And then Mendel also told factors are impaired. So now then factors which are carrying alleles for trait, now then impaired. Here chromosomes carrying genes are impaired, right? So yeah, here you can write traits also, then because they use traits, we have got here traits. Factors are genes and then they are carrying traits are alleles, means you can see that those factors which are controlling, expressing those traits, now those are impaired. Here that they are told chromosomes which are carrying genes, and genes are responsible for characters. So now then they are also impaired. Clear both? Both are same, only word difference is there. Second point what they had told, Mendel had told, they separate, factors are separated or factors separate at the time of gamete formation. As we see that we have taken TT, suppose, or T small tt, so then the gametes are formed. This one is one gamete, means they both are impaired. Earlier it was impaired, and but after at the time of gamete formation they are haploid. Earlier they were diploid, paired, and they are in gametes. We have got only single one, haploid. So now then factors separate at the time of the gamete formation. Clear? So now then second, that they are also saying the same. Chromosomes, as you know that in mitosis and meiosis at the time of meiosis, then that will be gametes are formed, sperms and ova, or you can say male gamete and female gamete. Because of meiosis, in meiosis chromosome becomes half. Means here again chromosomes separate at the time of gamete formation. Okay, now this one also, one more region at the time, here you can also write time of factors separate at the time of gamete formation. Here also the same, chromosomes separate at the time of gamete formation. As you know, meiosis, mitosis, class 11 you have done. So now these are both are same. Now again here we are saying factors, and that here the chromosomes carrying genes. Here chromosomes, we are talking about chromosomes carrying genes. Means suppose they have one pair of chromosome, suppose this is a chromosome 1 and second one. Now they have got, suppose this one having A, this one having B, that is a chromosome, genes. So now then they will separate, one will be in that way that carrying only A, and that will be carrying B. They are separating at the time of gamete, means in gamete maybe that will be only A or maybe that will be B, small b. As you know XY, when we talk about XY, in XY male pair chromosome, now that will be one gamete having X, other one having Y only. Now but they have got some genes are also having here. They will, means at the time of gamete formation, then chromosomes separate. So the same thing is there. So but there are no changes there. Now then third point is what they are told. These are independently assortment. Mendel had told the factors they are separate independently. Now they assort factors, assort independently. As we see, Mendel had given law independently. Right, means factors assort independently. As we have seen, two means dihybrid cross. Suppose this one and this one, maybe this one and this one and this one maybe. So how it will be their own, means that will be T, okay, and then maybe they are forming this one gamete, then they are forming T, this gamete, maybe sometimes they are forming, means they are independently assortment. They are moving their own. So now then factors assort independently. Here also then chromosomes carrying genes, they also assort independently. Same, assort independently. How it will be? Suppose we have got that one genes, one chromosome and another pair of chromosomes. Suppose this one. Here they have got T. Here they have got small t. Here they have got, you can say R, we have taken that R, the equivalent R, and this one R. Right. So now then again the chromosome maybe chromosome combined with this only in the pair when they fuse together, then that will be combined in that way, or maybe that in that way also. Maybe this one capital T and R, maybe capital T and R, and small t and R. This one means here what I have told, means there are independently assortment. So that we have seen all three are same, all points are same. So then Sutton and Boveri, that given theory is that, Mendel's theory is that, means we are both are similar, only words are changed. At the time then they thought then what he had told that was correct 100%. Means whatever Mendel had told is exactly right, because at the time lack of the knowledge of nucleus, chromosomes and genes. So then he had given the different name. He had given factors and traits, but they had given the theory, this theory after the knowledge of chromosomes, nucleus and then genes. Then they had given this one, and they had seen the nature, behavior of chromosome, how they are changing, how they are becoming double, how they are becoming half, what are they are carrying, how they are responsible for the characters in next generation. So now then that both are same. So then after that Mendel's work was recognized. Is that clear? Now then what Mendel had, Sutton and Boveri told, that will be theoretical. Theory is there, no experimental proof. Now then one more biologist was there, T.H. Morgan. Means he had given experimental proof for this Sutton-Boveri theory. Right? Means that whatever they had told, both had told, then he had given one more experiment he had done, and then he had given whatever they are telling, that is right. Means experimental proof was given by T.H. Morgan. That we will see that how that will be. Before that I want to tell you, see in your book beta, see your book, just I will say independent assortment. You can see this figure is there here. You can see this figure. Now just you will see there are two cases are there in your book, see in your book. Now then meiosis 1 anaphase. Then we have got the chromosomes are there orange color, and just in a linear pair that will be green color, and yellow and orange is there. You see the meiosis will take place, so then they are separated independently assortment. Means that orange will be attached with this and yellow with this, and then again we have got the that haploid chromosomes are there. If you see that will be taken in that. Second chance means they are moving their own independent assortment. Now here we will see the second case with orange, they have got orange only, then yellow with that green. The same thing is there, means they will be red, orange, only we have got red chromosomes or orange chromosome which is written orange. Now then yellow and green. So now that will be moving their own independently assortment. As I told, this one goes to this and this one go, maybe this one like this or like this. Okay. So now then this is about. Now then come to the next, T.H. Morgan. He had given experimental proof for chromosomal theory of inheritance. What he had given? Chromosomal theory of inheritance, then experimental proof. Here experimental proof for theory of chromosome or chromosomal theory. You can write chromosomal theory of inheritance. Theory of inheritance. What is this? We know that now what is the theory of inheritance. Sutton and Boveri they had given the 3 points, mainly 3 points they had told. They will just move at the time of division, they will move, maybe they become double, maybe they become half. Now then they are carrying genes as a gamete at the time of gamete formation, they will separate and assorted independently. Whatever that Sutton and Boveri told. Mendel also told the same, but only word changed. So now experimental proof given by T.H. Morgan. Who is given? T.H. Morgan, and he had done his work in Drosophila. You know, have you heard fly? That is a Drosophila melanogaster. That is a Drosophila melano. Again, that questions will be 2 marks. Question will be there. Why he had chosen this fly? There are again reason why T.H. Morgan chose this Drosophila melanogaster. Why they choose? Again there are reasons. First reason, what he had told, that one. First one, T.H. Morgan, why chosen? Because of this. Because it will be developed in culture synthetic medium. It can be grown or developed in culture or synthetic medium. Grown in synthetic medium means in lab. In lab it will be, means we have got this one. We have cultured this. Second point, that will be, it can be developed in lab. Second, the lifespan is 2 weeks. It's very short. Lifespan 2 weeks. Okay, then it is a very less time. In less time we are getting better result. Third one is there, in single mating across, we get large number of progeny. Means we have got this one, single mating, we have got number of Drosophila we will get. So now that is also one of the reason. Okay, then he had chosen this one. Now then next one is there, that will be, they have got sexual difference, you know, sexual dimorphism. You can write here sexual dimorphism. Class 11th, number of times I told you this one. Morphism means, what is it called? Means when we can tell, we are able to tell externally when we see the organisms, so we can tell whether it is male or female. Means externally we can say, or we are able to tell that. So now then it is also here in your book, the figure is also given. Means mainly male Drosophila smaller in size, and female Drosophila large in size. This is a differentiation. Means the sexes are different, easily distinguishable, so that we can say male and female. Which one male, which one female. It is also, the term is called sexual dimorphism. Means sexual dimorphism occurs in Drosophila. One more next region is there, fifth region is there, variations. Number of variations are there. Variations means large number of traits are there, and easily those variations can be seen with a low microscope. We don't require very high power of microscope. All these variations which occur in Drosophila, easily we can see in low power variations occurs and can be seen under low power microscope. These are the regions. Five. There are for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 regions are there for which T.H. Morgan selected for his experiment this Drosophila melanogaster. Sometimes they can ask question scientific name. Sometimes it, because you know MCQ will be there. In MCQ it is possible that they can give this. Now then the regions are there. Why? First of all, grow in a synthetic medium, easily in lab we can develop. Secondly, lifespan is very short, only 2 weeks are there. Third one is single mating, we have got large number of progeny. Fourth one, sexual dimorphism occurs, male and female can separate, so easily we can find out the gamete, which one male gamete, which one female. Variations occurs, large number of variations occurs, and those variations can be seen under low power microscope. Now just recall Mendel's. Mendel had selected P. The P and the few genes are same, I think, because of short lifespan in P, easily we can get the new progeny, and variation number of 7 contrast characters they have selected after they are getting a true breeding line. Then the stable traits they have taken tall and short, axial and terminal, green and yellow seeds, inflated and wrinkled pods. Yes, total 7 contrasts they have selected. So now these are means because of Mendel had chosen P plant for his experiment, now then T.H. Morgan chosen Drosophila, and that few regions are the same. Lifespan is there, large variations is also there. We can say lifespan means very short time we are getting, and easily they can grow in that. So now then in that culture medium, Mendel had grown in field. So now this is about the experimental proof for chromosomal. He had seen the Drosophila chromosomes, how they behave, and according to Sutton and Boveri. So then that experimental proof is that okay, Miss Boveri and Sutton, what theory they had given, it is right, okay, and matching with the Mendel's also. And after this their theory, then Mendel's work was recognized. Next next topic is a linkage. So in next session we will take linkage. Okay, again go through that and then